Alright, y'all. So, I also think... Sorry, I'm about to get ready for work and doing my hair. I think my company right now is trying to cover their butt because they haven't been honoring my offer letter, which said I was guaranteed 15 hours. And I think after talking to them on Friday, they basically were like, oh, well, we're getting you more money now and whatever. But I feel like because they actually weren't giving me the hours that I was supposed to be guaranteed, they could get in trouble. Although I haven't really been focusing on that, or I wasn't pressing them about it. Although sometimes, honestly, I don't like fighting my battles. I could try to argue and be like, y'all owe me this and I should have gotten this. And it's just I don't know if this is a fight that's worth it. You know, I should have been getting 15 hours every week. That would have definitely helped my financial situation a lot if I had been getting the hours I was actually supposed to be guaranteed. And the fact that I also was not getting paid for my mileage the way other people were for their in-home clients. It's been so many things that I was getting the short end of the stick and either didn't realize or was just ignorant. So I didn't make a big fuss about things the way I know a lot of other people at my job probably would have, even though I definitely could have and would have been rightfully to do so. I've just not been in the mood to this is gonna sound weird. I don't feel like fighting my battles right now. I could fight, I could argue, I could make a big fuss about it and be like, y'all should have been paying me this, y'all should have been doing that. I just don't think it's worth it. If a company's not treating you right, you have to... It's I could do it, but I'm just what's... if I have to argue to get everything that I was meant to deserve, that already tells you that that company does not care. So I kind of am having a Cupid's widow's peak, y'all, and middle parts are so annoying. It's literally doesn't know what side to go on. But anyways, it's I could go in there, I could argue and fight for the money I should have been paid, or I can let it go and just continue doing my job the way I've been doing, which is kind of the route I've chosen. Other than me asking if I was gonna get my increase, because I was expecting that, and then basically telling me my offer letter doesn't require or doesn't say I get a pay bump, and that kind of being the last things they told me. I didn't really have a lot to stand on, but I guess because they went back and reviewed my offer letter, they also recognized that I was told I was going to have a guaranteed 15 hours a week, which they have not honored. So I think that's the other reason that they're now trying to be like, oh, we'll give you more money. And, oh, we did see that you were supposed to be guaranteed 15 hours. And they haven't been following that. Like, last week, because I had 2 cancellations, I only got 8 hours, y'all. Which I was already struggling. I've been struggling paying my bills with the 15, getting like not even 15, honestly. There's only really been like one paycheck where I had a full 30 hours from like full 2 weeks. All of my paychecks I've gotten, I need to look at my pay stuff real quick. Doesn't my hair being done make the biggest difference? Like, I went from raggedy to decent in like 2 seconds. What time is it? Oh, I gotta head to work soon. But let me see if I can find it real quick. Just so that y'all can understand, like, the reason I'm actually stressed. Because people keep saying, don't seem to think, like, there's other issues outside of my spending. Alright, I'm gonna log on to my payment thing real quick. And we're gonna review our last pay statements so that I can show y'all or see like the hours. Basically, any paycheck that was less than 30 hours, they should have fixed because I was supposed to be guaranteed 15 hours a week. So, of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 paychecks I've had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 have been less than 30 hours. Yeah. So my last paycheck was for 25.25 hours. The week before that was the worst one I've had since working there, and I only had 13.75 hours. So I needed about 16.25 more hours. Basically, if I really wanted to calculate it, I probably missed out on close to $1,000 in wages because I wasn't making or receiving the guaranteed hours I was told I would be receiving. I also was not getting the mileage I was supposed to be receiving. And you know what? I think I'm on the fence if I should mention it or not. I do think like I should stand up for myself more than what I have been, because if I'm not getting the treatment that I was like expecting, and the truth was I was expecting to have at least 15 hours a week, and because I haven't been getting that, like, my budget's been very, very off. Like, just, I have really not been able to keep up with the bills I've had because I'm not getting the minimum hours I was expecting. They didn't even tell me I was supposed to be reimbursed for my mileage for the in-home sessions I was doing. And so now I guess my supervisor is going to try to look back at that. But I just know, like, I haven't been getting my expectations at this job have not been met in so many ways. And I've still, like, continued showing up to work, still go to my sessions, still try to do my best job working through like a pretty crap situation. So I do now have, some other job offers that I have accepted, and I'm just pending, waiting to see if that's going to work out, how it's going to work out. But, my current job has honestly put me through the ringer in a lot of ways, and, like my contract, my offer letter has not been upheld on their end in a lot of ways. So I do honestly have the right to, ask for or fight for the lost wages that I basically should have received, but wasn't fully aware that I was supposed to have it, even though I've been like struggling through making less than what I was expecting for the past couple of, well, honestly, since I started. So it has been like, it's been a struggle to say the least. And then obviously, that situation on top of my spending and creating more bills for myself made it worse. But I think those two issues together, I feel like they're two separate issues, but compiled, that's why the situation is. So I always have taken accountability for the spending side of my problems, but I'm not going to take accountability for my job failing to meet the one, I feel like even the minimum, like when I accepted part-time, I was told I was guaranteed 15, and then I wasn't getting guaranteed 15 hours either. So I do think like my job dropped the ball on that side of things. Also, because I wasn't told I was supposed to be reimbursed for my mileage, I missed out on probably like $400 from being reimbursed for all of the in-home sessions I was doing as well. So I do think like if I was planning to stay at my current position for a long time, which initially was the plan, I maybe would argue about it, but I think at this point I have other offers that are better, but I have to, I'm not going to put all of my eggs in these other jobs either, just because I'm learning from this job not to put all of your eggs in one basket. And at the end of the day, I still am just going to trust God with whatever opportunities will help or benefit me and my finances, so that I can, pay off my debt and have the savings and have the income I need to actually get my own place. Because I think too, like savings, yes, like having savings is great and all, but you still have to be able to prove you make an income that is enough to afford rent at places. And I cannot use any of my pay stubs from my current job will not show that I can cover rent anywhere, unless rent was like $200. So that's the other part of it that I think I wish people recognize. Like, it's more than just my spending. Like, I don't have the income. I don't have the income to prove. Now, if I had the income, like if I was making, I would say in order to afford about an $800 per month apartment, you want to be making at least 3 times the rent. Personally, I would need to be making at least $2,400 a month. Now, if I was bringing in $2,400 a month and I was spending more than what I would have to pay towards rent, that is 100% on me, right? Like, I was not making wise decisions. Now, I can say like I haven't spent money the most responsible, but I also know even without that, I would not have been able to afford it. So that's how I view things. That's why I'm not like throwing blame on everyone else. All right, I'm about to be late, so let me go.